내가
Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. We have a great game on tap for you. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Pass to Wilson. From 17 feet out. Connects. The jumper drops.
I like seeing her use the mid-range area of the floor, showing she can stick it from there.
Here's Diggins. Jacks up a three. Very often pulls it in. Carrington with the ball. Here's Wilson. It's good.
Oh, great touch inside. She'll make them pay.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Agumake. Here's Diggins. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Magbagor. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, I like her being aggressive even in close because she knows she has what it takes to capitalize.
Pass to Iriofin. And here's Wilson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Drops in the tray. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Agumake. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Locked and loaded. Agumake ready to fire.
Releases. And stolen by Williams. Here's Agumake. Outside Williams to the left wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound. From downtown, gets it to go from beyond the arc.
No problem with that one. She gets to her spot in the corner and knocks it down.
Pass to Sykes. Pulls it up. Wilson grabs the board. Chicago leading by 6. Here's Carrington. Here's Agumake. Here's Diggins. Stolen by Wilson. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's Carrington missing. Here's Agumake. Sykes can't hit. Pass break. Here comes Chicago. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
It really doesn't matter where she is on the floor. She's a threat to pull up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Storm. Chicago making a switch here. .151 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Diggins. Picked by Williams. Beyond the arc. Wilson grabs the board. Chicago leading by 9. Here's Plum. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Well, it won't get much easier for her than that. Nice bucket there.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Diggins. They set the screen. Here's Magbagor. Backed in off the glass.
A beautiful example of how you run the pick and roll. Using her positioning to get herself open to score.
Pulls it from 20. Here's Thomas. Off on the layup. Seattle trails by 9. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Pass to Sykes. Here's Magbagor. Clock at 4. No good on that one. Here's Plum. From the top of the key. A second chance effort. That's good by Wilson.
Well, I'm sure the coaching staff's happy with her after those hustle points. Those could be big.
Fires from the line. And Diggins gets it to go. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Plum. Here's Gray. Buries it from three-point range. And so it's Chicago, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Pass to Samuelson. Chicago leading by 12. Williams dishes to Clark. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams.
Taking that hit down low, Caitlin Clark, 2 physical points.
Here's Wheeler. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Williams finds Stewart. And the shot goes in.
Well, that is no easy finish. She held her ground even with the contact.
Pass to Samuelson. And replay through the first minute here in the second. Williams passes to Clark. Here's Horston. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound from beyond the arc. The shot, no good. Williams looking around. Here's Stewart, and good that time.
Yeah, Stewart's presence down low stems from her skills and finesse. She's something to watch and admire.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Timeout called, the Storm. second quarter. We're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Agumake. Lays it up off the glass.
The inside game of Agumake is so fun to watch. Crafty down there.
Here's Clark. Pass to Ionescu. The shot's good. And Chicago leads by 18.
Yeah, look, those inside buckets are crucial for her. They like her to get those points in the paint.
Williams passes to Wheeler. Takes the three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Now, here's Clark. There's some nice ball movement here by Chicago. They get it again. Here's Carrington. Nailed from three-point land.
Listen, she's going to open up a lot of the floor for herself when she's hitting those threes. It's about more than the points there.
Here's Sykes.
Blocking foul called on Johnny Carrington. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for Seattle. Number 13, Ezzy McBoy.
Pass to Sykes. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Plays it up and banks it in.
It can get congested in there, but she finds a way.
Chicago leading by 19. Stewart with the screen on Williams. The tray. Another three for Chicago.
Can't fall asleep guarding Stewart from downtown. She has range that you simply have to respect.
Bounce pass from Williams. Agumake. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
Hey, that's how it goes. She's just answering back.
Stewart misses. Seattle trails by 19. Pass to Williams. Here's Agumake. And the layup's good off the glass.
I love how she was confident. She got the ball in close and just went for it.
There's 53 seconds left now here in the second. And here is Clark. Stewart with the screen on Williams from deep. Stewart misses. Pass to Agumake. Here's Sykes. Fires the three. The offensive rebound. Here's Wheeler. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, if she gets that look from deep, she's going to take it. And normally, she's going to make it.
Count the basket. And Chicago leads by 16.
Not a lot of players these days operate in that space, but Stewie just loves that mid-range.
Here's Carrington. That's good on the jump shot. And so it's Chicago, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get you back to the action after this break. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, One side trying to protect their lead. Seattle trails by 18. Outside Williams. Pass to Agumake. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. Driving in, and the shot is good.
Attacking at full speed. She saw her opening and was not going to waste it.
Here's Diggins. Pass to Sykes. Here's Agumake. Wilson grabs the board. From 17 feet out. Rebound by Williams. Seattle trails by 20. To the middle. It's tipped. Stolen by Wilson. Now Carrington. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the defense has to be better prepared. You got to be right up on her as the pass is coming her way.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Diggins. 5 on the clock. There's the pick. Williams for 3. And no good. Chicago leading by 23. Here's the 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
She's doing whatever she wants on offense. Whatever the D is trying, it ain't working.
Timeout called. The Storm.
Now into the lineup for Chicago. Area Taylor McBride.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And Diggins gets it to go.
I think she enjoyed challenging the defense there, showing them she was unstoppable inside.
Out to the right wing. And McBride gets it to go. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Agumake. The 3. The rebound by McBride. Here's Chicago. They're on a 10-2 run here. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, showing off her range out beyond the arc. She's worked hard on her three-point shot.
Here's Sykes. Here's Agumake. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's McBride, and that one good. There's 1:54 left in the third. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Agumake. 6 to shoot. Williams for 3. And once again off the mark by Seattle. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Here's Sykes. Here's Diggins. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Gray. Here's Chicago. Some momentum with the 15-2 run underway. Very often gets the bucket.
This is why you get it to her down low, because she understands how to cash in.
Pass to Magbagor. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Diggins. From outside the arc. Sykes can't hit. to the inside. Very often takes it off the glass.
Yeah, and this is high-quality offense from her, making an intelligent call to free things up.
Pass to Sykes. They set the pick. Fires for three. Chicago grabs the miss. Uncovered, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And so it's Chicago with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's McBride. Pass to Wilson. Good on the bucket.
Oh, I love the timing of that pick and roll. She knew the exact nanosecond to release from the screen and roll to the hoop.
Brown feeling out a bit. Here's Agumake. There's a good screen. Wheeler the pass to Brown. With the shot. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's McBride. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, coaches love those effort plays, and she stays with it on the offensive glass.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Pass to Mwanga. Here's Agumake. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Wheeler. Now McBride. Drills the three-pointer.
Catch and shoot looks are generally high percentage, especially when she's shooting.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Agumake. That misses off the backboard. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
And McBride gets it to go.
And she's cooking with grease. You love seeing players like her command the ball and take over like this.
Pass to Agumake. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Well, you love to see that offensive mindset from Agumake, constantly expanding her game.
And here's Wilson. Fires top of the key. McBride on the wing. They grab their own miss. Basket good.
Offensive boards are always a battle to win, and she fought hard to get the ball and get her own look at the hoop.
Here's Samuelson. Here's Mwanga. Here's Wheeler. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Assisted by
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Gray. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. That's good on the jump shot.
She's going to do that every time. Lots of confidence in the catch and shoot.
Out to the right wing. Here's Agumake. Shooting foul as the whistle blew. She'll shoot 2 free throws.
first personal foul, first team foul.
Once she gets the ball inside, you almost have to foul Nneka to stop her. She has so many post moves.
shooting 2. First free throw is good.
Well, few players have won a WNBA regular season MVP and the championship in the same season. Ogumnwuke did it in 2016. Such a special player.
So she makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. A 3-ball. The rebound by Ogumnwuke. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Diggins. Here's Sykes. Comes up empty down low. Right side, Williams. Shoots from the elbow. Another one falls for Chicago.
Well, yeah, it doesn't get any more basic than that. She gets a good screen and doesn't let it go to waste.
Down low. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's Chicago scoring again.
From the minute that left her fingertips, you could tell that jumper was pure.
As to Magbagor. Here's Carrington. Fires the 3. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Sykes. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. Now it's time to present our player of the game.